I'm a cyclist and I live in the Pennines, and welcome to my channel. And here's another video where we look at the rear view camera, which is mounted underneath the saddle, or as I call it, the rear gunner's view. And today we were heading south into Cheshire, and first of all we had to navigate our way through the urban districts of Greater Manchester. Anyway, here's the video, and thank you for watching. And you're joining us now somewhere on the outskirts of Eccles and Salford, and straight away all I can see is industry, featureless roads, large signposts, and it was unusually quiet because it was early on a Saturday morning. And this next scene, we're actually making our way just going past the Barton Viaduct, and if you look carefully behind you can see the Chill Factor ski slope. But this is quite an interesting place to cycle, although it does have that very urban feel to it. And at this stage here we're around 21 miles into the ride, and if you look at the pace, it's not quick and it's very flat. And again, I'm surprised how quiet the roads are. Everyone just seems to be taking it nice and steady today. And by now we've normally had a 50-mile-an-hour descent to one of these videos, so we decided to liven things up, and here we are on the A57 tracking alongside the Manchester Ship Canal. So here we are at the front of the peloton doing around 24 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour on these flat roads, which is all fine and dandy, but if you lose the back wheel at this pace it can be really difficult to get back on again. And that wagon there passes us nice and safely, that was good to see as well. But just look at these cyclists who we passed very shortly. That's the difference between a commuting cyclist and the keen cyclist like us. There's a marked difference in pace. I mean, we're not racing and they're out for a nice little bike ride down the cycle lanes, but that puts things into perspective. And likewise, if the pro peloton passed us, they'd do the same to us as we just did to them two cyclists. And after that turn of pace, Simon and Nick found themselves losing the back wheel, and they said that once they'd lost it and the gap grew, they just couldn't get back on again. So I peeled off and went to bring them back into the peloton. And moving on into the ride, just look around, we're now starting to get that great countryside. Cheshire is a very flat place, we get the daffodils, the side of the roads is now nice and green, we've got fields. It's not lush yet, this is March, this was March 2019, so you know, so it's very early spring. But look how dry the roads are, look how nice and steady the pace is, and we're strung out in a nice line just trying to keep this at a nice tempo. We've got to climb here. Now I think Owen went ahead and put a real big effort here. So me and Lee decided to bridge the gap, and look what happened behind. You can just see again, 100 metres, and Nick and Simon were off the back. And as with all of our rides, we normally stop at a really nice cafe where we can refuel, get some coffee, and in this case discuss the price of a truffle compared to a bacon sandwich.
$2.45. Okay. This, which is a rug truffle with 3 things, I'd like you to guess, because it's obviously a case of random number generation.
Random number generator.
And here we are now on the return leg, and as you can see it's very built up and we've got lots of standing traffic. We're trying to make our way through it all. We've got a cycling lane there, and these aren't the kind of shots that I'd normally include in a ride, but I think it's important to share this with the viewers because pretty much this is bike riding in the United Kingdom today. Anyway, that concludes this current series of the Rear Gunner's View cycling videos, and it's early 2020 and I can't wait for springtime to begin and the warm summer weather to share our adventures on the road. So until the next time,